Welcome in, everyone. Michael Tharp, EDU. It starts with you. I am starting a new series to help educate and inform people on critical theory. Heard it referred to as critical race theory, neo-marxism, CRT, social justice, wokeness, cancel culture, social emotional learning, diversity, equity, and inclusion, or intersectionality. There's other names of it, but essentially it has the same premise, and it is essentially rebranded or evolved Marxism. And we'll get into the whole history of it, in other videos. But I think, one of the quote that kind of sums it up best was Thomas Paine said, "The greatest of tyrannies are always perpetuated in the name of the noblest causes." And that's really what I think critical theory is, and that most people don't understand it because they think what they're doing is good. They think they're trying to end racism. They think they're trying to accept people for the way they are. But as you're going to find out, it goes much deeper than that, and typically almost always has negative consequences. Before we get into that, though, I just want to kind of give you guys some of my background so you understand why I am able to speak on this. I got my undergraduate degree in Social Studies RX from Cedarville University in Ohio. So I was licensed to teach history, government, economics, geography. And then I got my master's from Grand Valley State University near Grand Rapids, Michigan, in learning disabilities and emotional impairment, which is like students with, anger or emotional issues. In other states, they call that ED. Had a great teaching career. I taught in Grand Rapids Public Inner City for 4 years. Absolutely loved it. Loved working with those kids. In 2010, I started teaching at Greenville High School in Greenville, Michigan, and I taught there for 11 years until I was retired last year. And while I was there, I loved the district. I would actually do a lot of co-teaching, they call it, where I would go into the general education classroom and help support the teachers. So I taught American history, world history, government, economics. I did some of my own consumer finance. And so I got to see a lot of different teachers, how they teach. I understand that, the way social studies is taught, at least in the state of Michigan. And, why I'm doing this and why I have to start making these videos and raising awareness of this is because social emotional learning is now a big buzzword, and a lot of schools are pushing this. And Greenville looks like they're going to be implementing it next year where my boys go. So I'm going to do everything in my power to try to stop this because I understand what it is and what its goal is, and I don't agree with it at all. And one thing, we're going to find out in our next video is that critical theory is not for liberals. Okay, critical theory actually seeks to destroy liberalism. So a lot of people, even on the left that are Democrats, have bought into this because they think it's just kind of like, well, that's what we do now for liberals. We support critical theory and, we want to be woke and kind of support these people. A lot of them don't understand it. It actually seeks to destroy liberalism, but we'll talk about in the next video. Social emotional learning, right? So they're going to stress equity, diversity, and inclusion, which again, those seem like good things on the surface. So who could be against this? Well, what you guys have to understand is Marxists share your vocabulary, but they don't share your dictionary. So they're going to change, they've already changed what these words mean in their own language as they've developed this critical theory through academia. So we're going to find out what these words really mean according to them, and then that'll kind of give people, a better place to judge what is this ideology and what is it doing. So while I'm here to stop this in education, you have to understand this involves everything. Critical theory is a worldview or a lens through which you view everything. Art, literature, music, culture, obviously education, law, even sports, it doesn't matter. You must always view, through this lens of critical theory to be kind of accepted and, not shamed from society. So basically what I want to do with this series is give you guys short, 5-minute videos. And it's not just going to be me talking about what I think at all. It's really going to be showing what their belief system is using their own words, using their own books, their own videos. So because you don't need to take my word for it. Listen to what they're actually saying this is and what their goal is. So I hope you guys will follow along and get educated and, send it to school board members, send it to parents so that they can understand what this is. The easiest definition of critical theory is call everything racist you want to control until you control it. That's basically it. We're going to get into the more technical definition in the next videos, but that's basically it. If you want to understand it, call everything racist that you want to control until you control it. Critical theory, put very simply. If you guys enjoyed this video, you want to see more and understand critical theory, I'd appreciate you liking the video, subscribe down below, and share this out. We'll see you guys on the next video.